Hey everybody, I've got my 2020 Shelby GT500 carbon fiber track pack up on my big Bendpak two-post lift. In this video today, we're going to take a look at how to check your transmission fluid level, as well as how to add fluid if it's low. If you guys remember, I had a little bit of an issue with my car when it was brand new. The transmission oil pan got damaged. I had to go to the dealer with 10 miles on it and get that replaced. So they, removed the pan. With that, dumps out all the oil, and they added new oil. I've got a couple of leftover liters from that episode. Now keep in mind, these liters are $50 a piece, and a new dry transmission calls for 8 liters. And the workshop manual says it can take less. Mine ended up taking 6 liters, so I got 2 left over. I'm just going to open up the fill port, take a look, and see if I can see the fluid level, kind of for a peace of mind, make sure that the tech put in the proper amount of fluid, or if it's a little low, just add some, top it off. But we're going to be taking a look at the workshop manual. Going to take a look at a little pressure bleeder or pressure supplier, so to speak, to get fluid into the transmission. So here we go. First of all, we're going to take a look at the fluid, transmission fluid. This is GT500 dual clutch transmission fluid. I think I said gigawatt, but this is actually liter. I misspoke. The dry tranny calls for 8. We got 8. We only used 6. I got 2 left over. And then we got to do something to get the fluid under pressure up into the fill port. I just got an extra little garden pump sprayer here that I cleaned out, dried out, and I attached a hose that will hopefully do the trick. Take a look at the underside of the car here. I've already got the fasteners loosened. So this piece here, which I got loose, you have to take this off to access the fill and fluid level port. So there is one 10mm nut on the front side there, 2 8mm bolts on the back side. There is that panel removed. And so now that was connected on here, here and here. And up in there, right where my finger is the fill and fluid check port. And we're gonna take a moment to take a look at the workshop manual. I got a catch basin in case anything drips out. And this is a number 8, 8mm hex head or Allen wrench. And this is the port. Got the plug out, and as you can see, it's just a regular plug with a rubber O-ring on it, right out of that hole there. Back to what I'm going to use to fill with. I had to step down the end because this vinyl tubing was too thick to stick in the fill port. So I got it stepped down. Now that'll fit in there. And, if it takes any fluid whatsoever, it's probably going to take very little. So I'm just going to put some in here and then pump it up and try to get some to go into the transmission. Well, it took maybe 5 ounces or so. But that's with the car not running, not warmed up, and it's now draining out, as you can see, coming out of that fill hole up there. As long as we're under here, we're going to talk about if you ever need to drain the transmission. So there's two drains, one right there, obviously marked drain right there. That's on the casing of the transmission. And then there's another one back here at the back of the pan, oil drain plug that's labeled there. So you got to pull both of those to drain your transmission. So next up, I've got my garage doors open, front and back, for ventilation. The workshop manual calls for running the engine no less than 5 minutes, no more than 10 minutes. So I'm going to use my remote start. There it is. We're going to let it run for maybe 7 minutes. Well, I just ran it for 7 minutes, and for those that don't know, for the remote start, press the lock, double press the remote start. Just double press the remote start again to cancel the remote start, and it shuts off the car. I removed the fill plug again, and no, it's very hot up here next to the exhaust, so you got to watch your hands. But remove the fill plug and use my little filler device there, and got maybe another 5 ounces or so in there. And now the plug is just sitting in there loosely to keep, it was, draining out slowly. But now it's time to tighten it back up and reinstall the shield. It's worth mentioning that you're not going to be able to get a socket wrench up there with a hex head on it because of the clearance right there. But a 90 bend Allen key works great. Got everything cleaned up with the oil that was running down there, and it's time to reinstall the shield. So this goes on that front stud there, goes around the wiring, and you can see those 2 holes right there are for the bolts in the back. Well, there you have it. There's how you check, drain if you need to, and fill your Tremec DCT transmission on your 2020, 21, 22 GT500. Thanks for watching. See you next time.